Hello, how are you? Wanted to hop in for a quick live stream with you guys. I just had to share this news. This was so exciting. This is why I love my work. In the morning when I get up and see an email from a client of mine who is seeing success and continuing to actually see success beyond working with me, because she's still following the plan that we've devised for her. It's super exciting. So I wanted to quickly jump on and tell you all about it because I think this is inspirational and you really need to listen in, especially if weight loss is one of your goals, right? So I really want to talk to you about this weight loss that my client has gone through, and it's 26 pounds. And let me tell you what her age is. It's 62. She is 62 years old and she's lost 26. All right, so we're all set. And I am, like I said, I'm so excited to talk about this because this is like a transformation, right? This is like a transformation. This is a change. And people appear different when you talk to them, but the transformations that they have, the determination they have, it's just life-changing. So in case you're just hopping on, my name is Ted Nugent. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist and a digestion whiz. I help stressed on-the-go busy bees get their mojo back by giving you dietary strategies that are sustainable and simple, right? So you can fix your digestive system, you can bust your sugar cravings and increase your energy levels, and at the same time lose weight if that's one of your goals. And today we are going to be talking about weight loss because like I was just saying a couple minutes ago when I started this live stream, was that I got an email from a client of mine who has lost 26 pounds at the age of 62, and she was pre-diabetic when we started working together. She just did a blood test and her results are normal, so her blood sugar levels have fallen into normal range. So that's like amazing transformation. So why I actually wanted to talk about this is because we think in terms of weight loss, and especially at this time of the year, right? Like the holidays around and there's so many parties going on and you want to enjoy yourself, you want to eat freely without, restricting yourself. That is actually what I do when I work with my clients. When I work with you towards your weight loss or fixing your digestion, getting rid of IBS, it's really about figuring out a way which is sustainable and simple, right? It's all about sustainability, because if I give you a plan which is not sustainable, it's too restrictive, then you're not going to follow it. You're not going to see the success. Hey, say hi please, whoever's joining, so I know you're here. Give me some highs, give me some likes. And yeah, so I was talking about change. I was talking about keeping it sustainable, about keeping it simple. So let me tell you about this lady who's lost 26 pounds. So she's 62 years of age, and when she came to me, her cholesterol levels were high. She was pre-diabetic, and she had really low energy, and she had put on a lot of weight over the past few years. So she wasn't able to figure out what to do about it. And she was having a conversation with her doctor about her cholesterol levels and about her pre-diabetic levels. So all that she was being told is that you cut out your sugar and eat healthy, exercise more, and that was about it. And that left her pretty confused as to what is the exact plan that I need to follow. So her daughter actually reached out to me. And, she said, I think my mom needs some help. So we chatted and we figured out, okay, we need to go with a customized plan. So we put her on not a diet, but we kind of looked at her daily intake of what she was eating, what kind of exercises she was doing, or if she was getting any activity at all or not. And then we figured out from there what would be like a good plan for her, which was simple and sustainable. Now, let me tell you, when I started working with her, I was a little bit hesitant because, considering her age, and I was like, when I was thinking about it, Even her daughter, when she reached out to me, says, let's try this out and see, because I don't know how open she will be to the suggestions that you give and how much she can follow along. And I said, okay, let's see, let's begin, and we can take it from there, and we can decide, what kind of changes she needs, how drastic can we go, how slowly we need to go. That was all to be determined, right? And that's the beauty of customized programs, because we're working exactly to figure out what's going on with you. So the biggest problem with this lady was consuming sugar. No, it's not a surprise, right? She was gaining weight, she was pre-diabetic, so sugar was sort of her enemy. And she was having like 2 tablespoons of sugar in her tea. 2 tablespoons, that's a lot of sugar. So the first thing that we started doing with her was like, okay, I said, let's start cutting out, not talk about any other dietary change, right? Not talk about exercise, not overwhelming her. Just one step, one baby step. What can we do to cut down your sugar level, the amount of sugar that you're eating or having in the tea? So we started gradually reducing, instead of telling her, from 2 tablespoons, just don't have any sugar. We said, okay, let's go down to 1.5 tablespoons. Try that for a couple of days. Then, you go down to 1 tablespoon. So very gradually adjusting the amount of sugar she was having. Because think about it, your taste buds are adjusted. You've trained yourself to have a certain amount of sweetness in your tea, right? And for her, it was 2 tablespoons. So when you are at that level of sweetness, if I tell you, just cut out sugar completely, it's not going to happen. Right? Like you would do for a day or two, and then you'll be like, oh, my tea doesn't taste good, it's horrible, I really don't like it, and you're going to stop the whole thing, right? So we were gradually reducing the amount of sugar, and by the time we ended our work together, she was down to half a teaspoon, right? And then I asked her, I said, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to continue this way at that level? Is that where your comfort is? And of course, she was gradually losing weight while she was doing this. And that was just one of the changes, right? We did some other small tweaks to her diet as well. And I was amazed at her determination. She said, you know what, Tanuja, if I continue with this is going to haunt me forever. The sugar is going to stay with me forever. I just want to remove it from my diet completely. I don't even want that half a teaspoon. And then I asked her, so what do you think? Do you think you want a substitute? Like, should we try stevia for you? And I was amazed when she said, no, I just want to get rid of it. I don't even want to substitute it with even a healthier natural option like stevia, because I'm done, right? I don't want to go away from one addiction and start depending on something else, even if it was a healthier replacement. That was mind-blowing, right? And this is the determination that she had. And I hope this is inspiring you, because these changes are possible. Once you decide for yourself that you want to make a change, that you want to get healthy, it's totally possible. You just need the right support. You just need the right guidance on how to do it. Because, if you try to do it all, if you try to, I know we read a lot, right? Like Google is our doctor these days. Google is the go-to for any information. So you can find a lot of information, sure. I mean, I was doing that when I hadn't, still started studying nutrition. I was curious and I was just looking at different options. So yes, information is out there, but what information is really applicable to you? What is it that's going to work for you? That is the important point here, right? So really, you got to start focusing on yourself first. And when we come up with, and I call them excuses here just so that it's easy for everybody to kind of recognize what I'm saying. When you say things like, oh, I'm too old, it's not going to happen, I can't change my habit at this age, then this is a perfect example. At 62, she decided to make a change. So, if you're in your 30s, 20s, 40s, whatever age doesn't matter. That's just an excuse, right? Then we think about things like, oh, I'm just used to eating this way. That's my traditional way of eating. And this is an East Indian lady as well. And, being an East Indian myself, Southeast Indian, I know that carbs is a big part of our diet. To give up our roti and to give up our rice, right? And potatoes, oh my God, how many Indians love potato? It's crazy. Um, but these are carbs. These convert to sugar in the body, and no wonder Southeast Asians have the highest amount of diabetes in the world, right? So it's no surprise that we have this condition. But if you make that as an excuse, then this lady busted that myth as well. I mean, we still kept her on her Indian diet. I didn't ask her to start eating Chinese or, Italian or Greek food suddenly. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but she said that, I cannot change my dietary habits too much. Within what I'm eating, if you can give me a framework, then I'm very happy to follow along with you. And that's what exactly we did. So that was also one of the excuses that I was thinking about, that, here she is, her age is not a barrier. For her, the ethnic background is not a barrier. Distance. Sometimes, you're thinking about, oh, how am I going to work with, this lady is in Toronto, I'm here in Vancouver. So we are like the whole country apart in a way, right? East Coast, West Coast. And she doesn't have an email. She doesn't, well, she understands English, but she doesn't actually write emails, or she wouldn't give her the feedback. So there was a logistical issue as well. How are we going to conduct our sessions? So we figured out, she lives in Toronto with her family there, and one of her daughters who actually reached out to me, she was here. So the daughter here would get on a call with me, then get her mom on a conference call. And thankfully, because I speak Hindi, we were able to, communicate with her that way. But her daughters, they were so sweet. They would actually take time to write down her food journal, email it to me, and then, be on those weekly calls when I was working with her. So that's amazing. That's resourcefulness. And when you really want to do something, then distance is not a factor. Lack of technology is not a factor. You just have to make the decision. So that's why this story is really so inspiring in so many different ways that I wanted to kind of hop on this live stream and talk to you about it. I mean, it was just so exciting when I got that email where, and we've stopped working together. Like, we went through the plan, and, she knew what she had to do and what she had to follow along with. She not only just followed along while we were working together, but because the plan was sustainable, she was able to continue beyond that. And it's been almost, I think, 3 months that we have stopped working together, but she just recently went for her blood test and her blood sugar levels was normal. And that's amazing. And not only that, she had continued to lose the weight that, we had started the ball rolling when we started working together. And today she's lost 26 pounds. That's amazing for that age, right? And I still have to get on a call with her and find out exactly what's going on. And, we are going to schedule a follow-up and see what needs to continue, what needs to change. But that is the power of making a decision. And, sometimes talking about excuses, you think about, oh, I can't afford it right now, right? The only question I have to ask when you say I can't afford it is, how important is the transformation or the change for you right now? Because if it's important, I know we can find the money to invest in ourselves. It is just simply a matter of choice. It's a matter of determination. Because when we need to find money for, say, an emergency or something we really, really want to do, we do it. So really, distance, money, age, your habits, your ethnic background has nothing at all to do with change. And when people say that, again, another excuse, oh, I'm at this age, so not only can I not change myself, but I don't think this is possible for me. It is possible. It is possible to change your habit. It is possible to experience a transformation at any age. How much transformation you experience, how much of a change do you actually go through, how much success you see, depends on a couple different things, right? Like, what are your other medical conditions besides what you're seeing me for? How determined are you? How consistently are you able to follow along? That makes a difference, right? So there are definitely changes, and everybody's bodies respond differently, right? So somebody loses the weight fast, or when I work with people on digestive issues like bloating or gas or IBS, some people will respond very fast to the changes. Some will respond slower. But the idea is to keep progressing. right? It might take you 1 month, it might take you 6 months, it might take you 1 year. Really, everybody's so different that it's hard to put a timeline to it. But I know, and I know that the process that I have, it's given success to people. It's just a matter of committing. It's just a matter of following along and putting one step in front of the other. It's not about doubt. It's not about procrastination, because you can do that, now, 6 months later, 1 year later. But where will you be 6 months or 1 year later, right? You'll still be stuck in that stage, or you probably might have even gotten worse. Now, this is not like a scare tactics or anything, right? But I know, because I've been sick before, and when I was just accepting it as my fate and saying that, oh, why me, and complaining and crying in my bed at night as to why I'm suffering, this just continued for me for years and years, until the point I decided, no, enough is enough. I need to start taking charge. I need to look for alternatives. I need to look for answers. And I did a whole big live stream yesterday or day before. So, go ahead and feel free to go through that live stream as well. I talked about my journey with fibromyalgia and about asking questions and being inquisitive, right? And this one, especially with the weight, and now January is coming up. A lot of people are going to start wondering about how to lose all the weight that I put on during the holidays and all of that good stuff, right? The resolutions will start kicking in that, oh, I'm going to lose so much weight. And then by the time February hits, you're like, yeah, okay. I went to the gym like 5 times and I did this diet for a few days, but then what next, right? So you need a guided system. You need support. I'm here. Please feel free to reach out. This is my passionate mission. This is why I get up in the morning every day and I work. This is why I'm in this line of work, right? This is my passion. If you need to get on a call with me, feel free to reach out and we can schedule a complimentary 30-minute session with you to figure out what is it that you're exactly struggling with, create the vision of where you want to be, and an action plan as to how you can get there easily without compromising on your health any further. Also, if weight is one of the concerns for you and you just want like a quick start with it, check out my diet-free diet program. So go visit my website, sakore.com, and under the Work With Me section, look up the diet-free diet plan. It's 3 weeks worth of meal plans, all done for you. These are balanced meal, wholesome, real foods. What is this? I'm getting like a shadow, or no, a sun, this thing on my face. So check out the diet-free diet. It's 3 weeks worth of meal plans, recipe book. Everything is done for you. All you need to do is follow along. The grocery list is there. A food swap list is there. If you're vegan, there's a vegan plan. And it's, of course, dairy and gluten-free, so that if you have any food sensitivities or allergies, then that's been taken care of as well. There's a vegan plan and there is a non-vegetarian plan. So if you do eat meat, then we have like a plan with the healthier meats. So that was about it for me. I think what I really wanted to convey through this live stream was that, just make a decision, just decide that you are important enough, right? Don't wait for a blood test report to come and tell you that this is high, that is low, and you need to now fix it. It's just so much better to be proactive. And if you've been suffering, let me tell you this, for longer than 3 months with any symptoms, it is not okay. It is not okay, right? If you had like that occasional bloating or sugar craving or gas or a diarrhea once in a while, that's fine. I mean, we are human. We go through our ups and downs. It's okay. But if you're having any symptom consistently for more than 3 months, you need to take action. You need to figure out what's going on in the body that's causing you the symptoms, because the symptom is just the body's way of telling you something's out of balance. I need attention. Give me some attention, give me some love, pay attention and investigate more. So please, 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 if you're suffering, reach out, get help, get healthy, and be present, right? That's the only way to be able to live your life to the fullest. So that's all from me for now. I will hop on again for another live stream sometime soon. And if meanwhile you have any questions, type them here. Even if the live stream is over and you're watching a replay, I will still answer questions that are posted in here. But happy Friday and have a great weekend. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.